Hey, this is Danielle from Black Business Boom and Black Owned Nashville. We are live with our industry expert, lovely Gatlin of Southern Flair Cigars in Smyrna, Tennessee. Excited to have you with us again today, lovely. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful on this rainy morning.
I'll tell you, we can't catch a break, I feel like, with
Can
this
catch a
weather.
break. Yes,
It's
it's
either too
either
hot or it's raining, one or the other.
right, back and forth.
I'll tell you what, I'm excited to have you today. We're going to be chatting a little bit about cigars and African American history. And I think we all going to learn some things today because I really didn't know that there was a correlation there. So let's jump into it, lovely. Do you have
Absolutely.
any facts you can share with us about Black folks and cigars and our history?
Well, if we're going to talk about Black folks, we're going to talk about slavery, right? We know that's something that was real, something that, nobody in this country is proud of, but yet it is the foundation in which this country stands. And, the two imports, that came out of that was either cotton or tobacco. And so, the use of tobacco is very, rich within Black culture, Black history, and the economics of this country.
Hmm. And you know what? I never thought about it from that perspective. Like you said, that we talk about cotton a lot, but we don't hear a lot about the tobacco and how
Mhm.
that actually is one of the things that have helped to build this country and the economics here in this country. So that's a really interesting fact. I always think about, like, when I think about cigars and tobacco, I think about them being imported from
Mhm.
overseas, not really the fact that they're coming from inside the United States. So, but you all have a line of cigars. Is that based? Is your distributor or the person you go through? Are they based here in the U.S. or did you all actually go from overseas as well?
So you just asked a lot of questions. So let me like break it down one by one. So one is no, the United States is not the number one, export of tobacco, just because of the quality as how it relates to cigars. But other type of tobacco products, absolutely, especially in the Kentucky Valley area.
Hmm.
Kentucky is known for its tobacco supply as far as that goes. But the majority of the tobacco, as far as the premium level of cigars, are going to come from the Caribbean. So we're talking about Cuba, is a good one. Nicaragua, which is the closest proximity to Cuba. That's where the majority of your premium cigar selection is going to come from. Dominican Republic, we got Ecuador, we also got as far away as Cameroon, which is, on the African continent. And that's just a few of the locations in which the best, tobacco filler for cigars are going to come from. As it relates to Southern Flair, however, we get our tobacco filler and our cigars rolled in Nicaragua. The reason why we chose Nicaragua is just mainly, that was just the the place our journey took us to through our connections. We were able to solidify an amazing partnership with the plantation down there, and it allows us to get creative with our fillers as well as our cigar types that I actually have in front of me to introduce to you all today.
I love it. Now, one stat that I was able to learn recently is that African Americans or Black folks are the second largest consumers of cigars in the U.S. And that has happened over like the last 10 years that we've
Yes.
started to indulge in cigars a lot more. Can you give me your thoughts around why you think that we've seen this boom and this transition into more African Americans indulging in cigars over the last 10 years?
Well, unlike, I'm going to say, cigarette smoking, Cigar smoking is more of a culture rather than a habit. And
Mm,
I'm fairly new to cigar culture. I did not smoke my first cigar until 2019. And what attracted me to the culture was three things. The ambiance of the cigar lounges was one thing. I just thought the smell and the lighting and the texture of the decor was just such a soothing place that I would just show up with my laptop, get a ginger ale, give me a cigar to pair, and like spend my afternoons there because it allowed my creative, juices to flow
mm.
in no other place. It was just a relaxing atmosphere. And that's what first allowed me to be attracted to cigar culture. The second thing was the people in which was within the cigar culture, the types of conversations, the connections that I made with like-minded people. Not only created some amazing professional opportunities, but it allowed me to become a better person through the conversations in which I've had at cigar lounges. You will be amazed and actually astounded at the type of people you will meet at those establishments. Last but not least, I just began to just love, smoking cigars. And again, it's not necessarily the habit of smoking because most cigar smokers is not going to be smoking them every single day or all day like other tobacco products. It is a moment in time in which everything just slows down because smoking cigars is very sexy and methodical. It's going to cause you to think a little bit clearer. It's going to cause you to move a little slower. Everything is almost like watching like a music video where it's in slow motion. Everything just looks better, feel better. That's what cigar smoking does for me personally, and that's what I see it do for a lot of the patrons that come to Southern Flair specifically for that lounge and cigar smoking experience.
Absolutely. And I think in the last 10 years, we've also seen a lot of celebrities like,
Mm,
Michael Jordan with his cigars
big
and like,
one, yeah.
yeah, you've seen it. So I think that's definitely added to the popularity over the last few years. And I think we also have started to discover these cigar lounges are nice. Like this, it is a nice laid back
It
um,
is.
atmosphere, a place where you can go and meet people. It's not typically as loud as like your typical bar, where
Right.
they're trying to holler over music. I think also the economics of it. So when we think about cigars, we tend to think about folks that have a little bit more money, and so it's not like other
Yeah.
tobacco, like you said, that like you almost look at it in a negative light.
Mhm.
Economically, you like, I don't know, and that might be just me, but I don't typically think about money when I look at somebody smoking a cigarette. Versus when I see someone smoking a cigar and sitting in a cigar lounge and sipping like whiskey, like you think about,
Definitely.
again, it's a culture and it's one of almost luxury, that you envision and some of that is based on some of the celebrities and things like that you see.
Right.
And they're not cheap. Cigars are not
No.
cheap either. So it's
No.
a costly thing to indulge in as well. So I think that some of those things have definitely lent to the Black community being like, I need to get involved in this. I got a little bit more money now. Business deals are happening in these.
Oh, all the time.
I need to be in the room. So I think we've started to just educate ourselves around cigars, and there's so much to learn. It's not really just something that you can just go in and I'm just gonna randomly pick a cigar. Like typically, if you're new to the culture, you want to learn about the
Mhm.
best cigars and what makes it, the best, and even the process of cutting and smoking and all that. So
I need to make you an ambassador. You know your stuff.
yeah, I used to like, I would say probably about 10 years ago, like I really started to get into like cigars and
Yeah.
going to the cigar bars and just hanging out and having, a laid back good time. I was single then too, so I was out here trying to meet somebody.
Right. I ain't gonna lie,
I
I was
always
too
tell
until
the
I got
ladies that
snatched.
that's a place where you can certainly meet you somebody is at the
Yes,
cigar lounge. But again, it's a laid back environment, and
it
I
really
just
is.
love the environment over there at Southern Flair and everything that you all are doing to make it comfortable for all. So if you are in the Nashville area, you definitely want to make sure that you go and check out Southern Flair Cigars.
You have to. You have
It's
to.
a good time. And like I said, it's laid back, but they also have different events throughout the week. So if you're looking for live music or even a DJ or some barbecue, like they got all kind of different events going on. But either way, it's just a good environment, a great place to network and meet new people. So, Lovely, tell folks how can they find more about Southern Flair and come and patronize your business?
So there's a few ways. The first way I'm going to say, just stop by and see for yourself the Southern Flair experience. We're
And somebody
located
just
at
dropped in the comments some off we missed the delicious wine. So
yes, which is coming soon. We're actually got some things that we're working out with the ABC board to actually finally get our winery off the ground. So we're super excited about that. So I keep you guys, in tune on our progression of the winery. But in lieu of that, we're located at 98 North Lowry Street in Smyrna, Tennessee, in the heart of the Depot District. We're very proud of our location and our community, and we're an outlet to everyone learn a little bit more about Smyrna. It's a very special place, and we hope to be the first stop in your visit to this area. That's the first way. Second is we're on Google, we're on Yelp, we're on Facebook. We are very busy at keeping things up to date digitally as far as what's happening in Southern Flair. So we ask you to visit us there. Our handle is Southern Flair Cigars, whether it's on social media, Facebook, or Instagram. That's pretty much it. Or you can just give us a call, and we keep our information up to date on our phone line, which is 615 668 2388.
I love it. Thank you so much, Lovely. I learned some things today for sure. Again, I really had no idea about the history of Black people and cigars
Yes, I
in the
was
United
glad
States.
to share a little bit,
Yeah, yeah. But I think you shared some really valid points that'll make those that are tuning in go and learn more. So I'm excited about that
Yes.
and
And
learn more
listen,
culture.
check out the Southern Flair line of cigars when you come in. We made sure that we priced them very inexpensive so that way you can indulge in as many of our varieties that we have. We got about 8 different types of cigars in our line, and they're all designed to meet new emerging people into the culture that maybe never smoked a cigar before. So if you've never smoked a cigar or you're a little bit nervous about the culture, Southern Flair is the place to start your journey. And I promise you, we're going to treat you like the amazing people that you are. So,
I love it. Yes. And they are definitely all about educating there at Southern Flair. So go and stop by. And also the website, southernflaircigars.com. You can
yeah,
learn more there. Southern Flair Cigars across all social media. Go follow, support this Black owned business, and go and check them out. Again, if you're here in Rutherford County, Davidson County, they're very easy to get to. Let's go
very
and
easy.
support Southern Flair Cigars. Thank you so much for joining me, Lovely. It's been
Thank you, Danielle.
a pleasure. Have a wonderful week.
You too.